Let me show you how exactly we caught this 1 to 15 risk to reward setup, not on paper, not in hindsight, but live inside our private community while most traders were still guessing. This forecast was dropped around 12 o'clock, just a minute before the New York session opened, and when it did, gold exploded. But here is where it gets crazy. Last week, the structure looked choppy, confusing, and price teased downside, but it left a footprint. There were leaking intentions, creating this choppy price action to the downside, and nobody knew when exactly you could have taken a beautiful buy. But the real question is, when do you know it's real? When do you know there's time to strike to the upside? Well, if you're watching media flow, you probably saw it. Trump, Middle East, catalyst stacking, and XAUUSD highly reactive to geopolitical shift. Price has been dropping hard. It looked bearish, felt bearish, but then it slowed it down. We saw resistance form inside out, and then boom, intention became direction. Intention to drop wasn't clean. It was a bait for them. All it needed was a catalyst, and last night it got one. Now, before I got to last night, let me break you down what happened on Friday. So Friday morning, if we go to 5-minute time frame now and we check out what happened exactly during London. During London session, we had price session hitting hard to the upside, and then momentum kicked in, giving us clear confirmation that potentially the shift at the end of the week is about to happen right now. So all we had to do at this moment in time was just to mark up this 2PY, waiting for the next session to open, which was New York session. And right at that, look at this, after New York session opened, we had a very, very beautiful candle exploding to the upside. And that's exactly where we pulled the trigger. And it ended up giving us almost 1 to 8 risk to reward trade just on Friday alone, which potentially is going to evolve by tomorrow for a nice 1 to 15 risk to reward. But I'll tell you the truth. If what's going on right now in the Middle East, it tends to escalate further, this potential setup right in here has a very, very strong target of a 1 to 30 risk to reward trade. All you got to do next is just keep an eye to the news and see what's going to happen to the Middle East. But if you guys want to know more, this wasn't absolutely luck. This was completely precision. And if you want to forecast trade like this every week, jump in the Telegram, link is in bio, and I go live weekly, breaking it down raw just like this one.